Welcome to Setting the Edge, the weekly, sometimes we do it bi-weekly, depends on what's going on in our lives. Gambling show sponsored by Better Edge and powered by Five Reasons Sports. I am here with my two beautiful co-hosts today, Sean, who looks like he just battled everything on the streets of Philadelphia, and Andy. Guys, say what's up.
Yo.
Andy sounds a little too excited after donating a bunch of money to all of us last week. Andy, thank you for your $10, bro. The Christmas season is you're in the giving season.
I'm in a giving mood, brothers. You know, not this week though. I'm making my cash back this week.
So if you guys don't,
you're the pacer again, right?
Yeah, he is again.
Sir. Yes, sir. I needed my redemption. I needed my rematch against all y'all.
That's what I'm here for.
We decided after Andy was so charitable and so giving that we just wanted to make that happen twice. You know, you guys, I don't know how you feel about 70 cents. I'm always grateful for another 70 cents in my bank account. Thank you, Andy. So we're going to make you the pacer again. All right, give you a chance for redemption, let you go at it. And just because we're giving you this moment and this platform, I want you to take the first pick, buddy. I want you to go ahead out there. Show me if you have a college play, whatever you said, bet the house special is, give it to me.
I'm going to hold the bet the house special till later.
I like that.
All righty, because I can't just give out this information so soon. They're going to play it too fast before I can play it. We're going to start with the only college play I got today. The Oregon State Beavers, minus 10.5 versus the Florida Gators.
Tell them why.
Tell them why. Gators suck, brother. Couldn't even beat Florida State. That's why. Let's go. Let's go, Beavers.
I got nothing on it. I got no counter. I got no input.
But you know the result. It's the Gators' loss.
And speaking of loss, I think we lost Tony. Oh, he's back. He's moving.
Not so fast, my friend.
Tony, you got anything on that game? Because I have nothing.
Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you
sir.
Loud and clear.
Okay. I'm on Oregon State minus 10.5 too. Anthony Richardson is not playing this game. He's saving this, and we're going to be eligible for the NFL draft. They're going to trounce them. They might have beat Florida 10.5 before Anthony Richardson went out. Without him, this feels like a really good spread for Oregon State. They're a good team.
What is the line on our competition?
10.5.
10.5.
I was just trying to compare. I mean, this is the thing. Like, looking at these bowls, you have to pay attention to who's playing and who's not. You might have watched a lot of college football, but if you're not paying attention to who's sitting out for the draft and whatnot, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So I think that's good advice. You want to plug real quick the bowl competition too? I know we're talking about Setting the Edge week 15, but we got this bowl competition going on too. It is.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Well, 42 bowl games, right, in total. And you have to really, like you said, be careful about who's playing and who's not. So for those of you that are really educated or not educated at all, you have a great place. Pick 42 different games, right? All 42, Sean?
All 42.
All right. So you have to sign up today. By tomorrow, you're going to be out of time. So we got to make sure we get you in there now.
Wait, Tony, does this include the legendary Cheez-Its Bowl?
Oh, my friend. It includes the legendary Cheez-Its Bowl. And hold on, because it also includes the Mayonnaise Bowl. The Duke Mayonnaise Bowl, most important bowl of all college football season.
Best mayonnaise in the world. It's only $10. You can join in, $10. Pick all 42 games. It's all just winners. It's not spreads. It's not has nothing to do with that. It's just literally pick the winner of the game, and whoever gets the most out of 42 right. When you have that much, that many games, you really, like Tony said, it's not luck by any means, but it kind of levels the playing field a little bit. So it should be fun. Right now, there's almost $100 in the pot. So anytime before 11:30 tomorrow, because that's when the first bowl game kicks off. I don't know what the bowl game is called, but it's Miami, Ohio, UAB. It's probably I don't know, the Dunkaroos Bowl or something like that. I mean, something something like that. So
it's a great way to spend $10 and have something to watch over the course of all these bowl games, right? A lot of them are going to be nothing you want to put on TV. People aren't even playing in a lot of these bowls. A lot of people are already in the transfer portal, so it's a great way to win some money too.
Yep. You want me to go next, or you want to give it?
I got the 10.5. He's got 10.5. You can go next, man.
All right. Well, I didn't have that. The Bahama Bowl is tomorrow. Thank you, David, on the 1s and 2s, filling in for Manny tonight. Bahama Bowl. How else would you kick off bowl?
Bahamas Bowl. Yes, sir.
The Bahama Bowl. What's your favorite Bahama Bowl memory, Andy? Yeah, I don't remember either.
You got me there, brother.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never even been.
Oh man. Well, I'm gonna hold my bet the house special too, but I'm just gonna throw one out there. Since we've been talking college, I'm gonna shift gears a little bit, and I am gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about the Jets. I'm going Jets -1 against the Lions. I know a lot of people like the Lions. The Jets' defense, I think, is going to slow them down a little bit. That passing attack, and the Lions, yes, they've been hot lately. Yes, they beat the Vikings, but I feel pretty good about that Jets defense. And assuming Mike White is out there slinging it around against the Lions defense, which is the complete opposite. They're terrible. So I'm going Jets, Jets.
Tomorrow is the Duluth Trading Cure Bowl, the Duluth Bowl. I hate this season. Duluth is a jeans company. Jeans company. Nice. They make super comfortable jeans for your crotch area specifically. That's the whole commercial.
They don't plug their shit. They're not sponsoring us, so
that's true. That's true.
Hey,
let's kick it.
I gotta plug something though right now. That Jets -1 is a flop. Oh. You gotta go Detroit +1, brother. Come on, you gonna put your hard-earned cash on Mike White?
I'm going to be honest with you, actually. I have a fantasy decision to make. And maybe we'll get some input here, maybe in the comments, or you guys can talk about this. I'm playing in the playoffs. I'm an underdog. I'm going against Josh Allen. We know the weather is going to be poor, and my quarterback is Tua.
Oh, boy.
You're putting Tua out there.
Who's your backup?
I don't have a backup, so I have two choices I can pick up. I can pick up my best two choices, I should say, Mike White or Deshaun Watson. The Browns play the Ravens.
Watson got the Ravens this weekend?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Sean, I hope you have some good running backs and receivers, man.
Yes.
Hey, what about Purdy? You got Purdy on the or he already got picked up?
I think somebody's got him. And they play tonight. I'm not going tonight.
That sounds like if Harry's in your league, Harry would have picked up every player that could potentially score 10 points and stats from on the bench. Look, I'm taking the Lions +1, to be honest with you. I've been really impressed with what the Lions have been building. They seem like they're going to make a playoff push here, man. I like the DVOA. DVOA doesn't lie, right? That's what everybody says, but it absolutely fucking does. I just kind of like what they're building, and the Jets with Mike White being hurt, maybe possibly playing, looks like he is, but +1, maybe it's a close game and they can lose and I can still cover, so it's good value.
Hey, all I know is that Jameson Williams is for real. Boy came off an ACL injury, scooting down the field, 40-yard touchdowns, man. Don't play with these Detroit Lions. And not the Jets, man. Jets, did you just say that? Like, that's disgusting. Disgusting.
Looks like I'll be +1 against you guys.
All righty. You think that. Who got next, boy?
You can take it.
All right. So I'm deviating again from college. I ain't got no more college picks. +4. Atlanta Falcons over our beloved the New Orleans Saints. I really do not like to pick against the Saints because we got a homeboy. His name is Ray. He's been on the show. He's a friend of the show. He's a Saints fan, big Saints fan. He's helped me out on a couple picks before in the past, but I gotta fade him. Desmond Riddler. You guys will remember his name after this weekend.
Desmond Riddler?
Isn't it Riddler?
Ritter.
Riddler. It's the same thing.
He was in Batman too.
The Saints cannot solve the riddle that Desmond put on them. All right? Jim Carrey on the sidelines calling plays, all right? No, but for real, man, I really like him coming out of college. I think he's going to expand the offense. I think he's going to complete passes, something new that this offense has not seen so far this season. So I do like the Falcons. I don't like Andy Dalton. And Saints, they ain't got really any playoff chance. Well, no, actually, they do have some playoff chances because their division is ass.
Yeah, this
But
division is
I got
terrible.
Falcons. This is actually
Terrible.
a huge game for playoff.
A lot of consequences could happen here.
Yeah.
I'm betting in this game too. Seems like we're all kind of picking around the same games, but I'm going under 43. And as a matter of fact, this is I don't have any sound effects. It's not Twitter Spaces, but this is my bet the house special. Line it up. Sound the alarms. None of these teams can score points. I'm all for the Ritter connection and seeing what happens with those guys. I think that there's some explosibility there. I actually kind of like the Falcons to win this division off of that connection alone because there's nobody else that's really explosive in this division. But 43 points, come on. I'm fading that shit all day. The Saints, there was a game they didn't score a point. They're not consistent offensively, and even when they can get something going, I'm looking at 14, maybe the Atlanta Falcons, same thing. So under 43 is my bet the house special of the week. I'm locking that one in.
Let's go.
I'm also on the Falcons +4, so I'm with Andy for exactly what he said. Besides the Riddler, I do think Desmond Ritter will be very good. And they're just a better team than the Saints. Saints are just floundering. They don't have any offense. Their defense is okay, but it's not as good as it used to be. And yeah, I'm on the Falcons also.
Riddle me this, Andy Dalton.
Riddle me this. New England Patriots versus Las Vegas Raiders. Another pick 'em. Raiders are my second team. Has been well documented. I got a homeboy who's a huge Raiders fan. I got a couple homeboys who are Raiders fans.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta fade them. New England Patriots -1. That's Raiders team. After that loss against the Rams, I'm not saying they're any better or any worse than what I thought they were, but all that self-esteem, all that confidence, it has to be down the drain right now. They're going to be playing at home, which helps. Vegas has a great crowd, but these Patriots, they're fighting for a playoff spot. Bill Belichick is really hungry to get back in the playoffs. AFC East is really crowded, and I got Patriots winning 100%.
I don't have anything on that game, but I like it. I want to go back to that division. You talked about it as trash, but somebody has to win it. And I think the team that may come out of kind of the pits of hell, Carolina Panthers. They were dead. They were pounding nails into their coffin, and the Panthers have found a way. I'm going Panthers -2.5. They play the Steelers. I know the Steelers have played a little bit better. That number is 3 elsewhere, so I stay under the 3. I'm going Panthers -2.5. I don't know how they win games, but Jesus, somehow they do. It's
their savior, Sam Darnold, is coming to save the day for Panthers fans and DJ Moore owners in fantasy football. We love you, Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold's starting to feel a lot like Sam Bradford. These two quarterbacks are starting to feel a lot similar in my head. One of two things is going to happen here this week, Sean. Either I'm just going to kick your ass because you lack of sleep is really messing with your brain, or Andy's going to lose again and everybody's getting 70 more cents. I'm taking Pittsburgh Steelers +2.5. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the young quarterback. I like Kenny Pickett. There's some explosion to his game. He's connecting with another wide receiver. Steelers found another one. They just seem to produce all these guys they can trade away for second-round picks and then turn around and take another wide receiver for a second-round pick and continue the cycle forever. Pittsburgh +2.5 with the points and the value.
I'm not going to lie. I really like Carolina. I didn't pick them, but I almost did. I've been low-key following them because of fantasy implications and because I like the players they have in their squad. So I'm not fading you, but I'm fading you, if you know what I mean.
Right. Let me throw this one out there. All right. I like, even though it's going to be a shit weather game. All right. I like over 42 for the Dolphins-Buffalo game.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at that.
Over.
I like that idea.
Over 42.
Yeah, I think this is
9 inches of snow.
I know.
None of us here knows what 9 inches looks like, and you talking about 9 inches of snow right now?
I know both of these teams are so good at game planning against opposing defense. Whoa.
Wow. Almost.
I
That's
wish.
almost a foot of snow.
Almost a foot of snow. I've never seen that in my life.
We're supposed to get snow here tonight, so but not 9
In
inches.
Philly?
Really?
A little bit, a little dusting, some ice. Not 9 inches ice though. That's
That was
big old,
outrageous.
that's a big old icicle.
Them boys going. I don't know. Hold on. Let me stop myself before I really get in trouble on stream. Over 42. Over 42. I just think that both these teams are able to execute against each other's defenses. The first matchup was explosive. I like this one to be the same. Tua has a lot to prove right now. Dolphins are on a 2-game slide. I don't expect them to be scared at all. You got Mike McDaniels wearing I wish it was colder shirt in practice today. So I think he's going to be in his bag of tricks. I'm not confident enough to pick either side of this line. But I do think that both of these offenses are going to be in high gear, ready to play each other. And I don't know what the defenses are going to be able to do to stop some of these explosive ass assets on both sides of the ball in 9 inches of snow. I watched LaSalle McCoy drop 3 touchdowns one time in snow. So
He's a legend.
Andy, you got anything on that game? You always have the Dolphins game.
Of course, I have to cover the Dolphins game.
he probably
Hey,
took the alternative line at Miami minus 14 or some bullshit.
Hey, no more teasers for me. Sean knows what I'm talking about. Okay. Hey, Dolphins plus 7.5 is the way to go. I don't know if McDaniel's gonna wish it was colder up there in Buffalo, but I know we're not getting blown out again. We play well against this team. We match up well against the team. Josh Allen is still not 100% recovered from that UCL issue he has in his elbow. We're gonna take it to him, and I really think both offenses are gonna be out of sync due to the snow. It's gonna be a run-heavy game. If McDaniel stays, arrogant, stays in that I want to throw it deep every play, we're screwed. But I think he's gonna rely on Mostert. Hopefully Wilson can get healthy, and hopefully we see some more reasonable, not conservative, but reasonable play calling from Mike McDaniel. But Dolphins plus 7.5. is 7 points too much. Thank you.
I don't have anything on that game, but I do. You think about the Dolphins, they hung in and played and won that game against them. Obviously, completely different conditions. So you're getting the team that beat them previously plus 7.5. I know it's on the road, but I do think it's interesting because I think the Dolphins are better than what they showed last week. The one thing I would say, since I don't have it on, watch the wind. They're not going to be playing in 9 inches of snow. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they're going to plow off the field and whatnot.
Yeah.
But like the wind, I think, is what's going to be more of a detriment to both teams' passing games because they can both sling it around the field. Cold, you can wear, the Under Armour layers and you'll stay warm enough unless it's, one of those Green Bay games where like people's faces are freezing. Yeah, it's different. But like it's not supposed to be like that. So hopefully the wind stays down because I think that will help the Dolphins be able to sling it around and hopefully compete and get a dub. Big dub for sure.
We need it. If we win this game, we still have a chance at the division. I just need McDaniels to wake up, man. I have not enjoyed the play calling since the second half of the Texans game to now. I have not enjoyed this play calling. We scored 2 touchdowns last week by luck. The long ball to Hill was lucky. The defender fell down. And that fumble, Ruski, I don't even know what to say about that, but that was beautiful. We have to pick up the slack, get Waddle involved, get Sherfield involved. 8-9-yard passes are not your enemy. That's all I got to say.
I agree with that. I can go next. I have Cleveland minus 2.5. We talked about Deshaun Watson a little bit ago. I think the Browns will get it going together. Obviously, Lamar Jackson is not playing for the Ravens. And Cleveland, with their running backs, and I think Deshaun probably getting some rust off with Cooper and Njoku and their weapons. Peoples-Jones is a good outside deep threat. So I'm going Browns minus 2.5. It's 3 elsewhere. So again, I kind of like to play those numbers. So when it's 2.5, it spikes my interest. So I'm going Browns. Anybody on the other side of that one? I feel like someone else is going to be opposite of me again.
You're safe for me this time, buddy.
Safe. All right.
Yeah, I don't have that one either, brother.
We're
You
gonna.
want to go next, Tony?
Yeah. I'll swing it. I'll swing it to Houston. let me swing it to Eagles Chicago, right? This is a 9-point spread. This is an aggressive spread for a Chicago team that likes to slow the ball down a lot and try and just put it on the ground and run it. Philly can absolutely get ahead by 2 or 3 scores on the Chicago Bears team and watch them backdoor cover. So I'm not taking a 9-point spread with the Philadelphia Eagles, considering that they love to get up on a team and just make sure that they get out of there with a win. Under 48 seems a lot more appealing to me. This feels like a 24-20 type of game with that last couple points coming on a backdoor cover. So under 48.5, I'm also getting a half a point there. I'm going to take that all day.
I love it. You mentioned the Houston Texans. I'm going to go to that Kansas City game right now. Kansas City Chiefs minus 14. This is my bet the house special. I'll repeat, bet the house special, everybody. What we saw from the Texans last week, 2 weeks, it's just their rivalry. You know, they went against, the Browns. So they had that little Watson thing going on. They went against the Dolphins, which they had the trade negotiations gone wrong going on. Thank you, Larry Tunzel. We love you here in Miami. And now against Dallas, they had that in-state rivalry. They played hard. I think they lost all that momentum. They lost all 3 of those games. They're cruising. They're thinking of Cancun. They're thinking of the Bahamas, the Bahama Bowl. So the Chiefs need this game to keep that number 1 seed. So I think they're going to blow them out, rout them. Davis Mills is not him. Sorry to the state of Georgia. He is not your guy. He was born in Georgia, played football in Georgia.
I know. Yeah, I remember you talking about that last year for some odd reason. I don't know why I remember that. What is the line? 14?
It was a legendary matchup. Back-to-back number 1 rated quarterbacks going against each other.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence and Davis Mills. It was legendary. It was.
This is right where Andy Reid starts to hit his peak too. It's part of the season.
Well, Andy, you are a pro because that's a great segue. Because speaking of Trevor Lawrence, I am going with the fiery Trevor Lawrence, who is on Jaguars' offense right now is on fire.
Yes, sir.
But going up against Dallas, that defense. So I'm going to gamble a little bit. I'm going to go Jaguars plus 4.5. I think the Jaguars are starting to find some momentum. Doug Peterson used to coach with the Eagles. He's been up against the Cowboys before. I just think it's one of those games where a lot of people, I think, assume Dallas is grinding into shape. And I think they're a very good team. Don't get me wrong. But I think Dallas coming into Jacksonville, probably the outdoor elements, a little bit more heat than Dallas is used to playing inside. I'm going to go with the Jaguars. Probably a shootout too, but Jags plus 4.5.
If their mascot puts on another bikini, they lose focus. You know that Ezekiel Elliott likes to party. He likes to party girls, so you got to be careful there.
Yeah, speaking of immaculate segues, we're just going to take it. If you have a ballsy pick like that, you have a play that you think you can win some money on with a great value, there's no better place to do it than with Better Edge, right? You guys send that over there, find a line that you like, find a number that you like, and get to pick and make your own lines without any VIG, without having to pay a sports book out because you wanted an alternative line. Pick your own number, make your own bets, have someone take the other side. It's free. It's legal in 45 states, fee-free, instant deposits. We love all that stuff, all right? It's one of the best secondary books that you can use on the market. I am a huge fan of getting people with live numbers. I love setting lines live so I can trick some fan into, betting on their team when they got up a field goal, knowing they're about to lose by 2 touchdowns. One of my favorite things to do in the world. All right, I do it to Miami Dolphins fans every week. So shout out that. We're gonna kick it into our last 2 picks. I think everybody should have 1 or 2 more.
Hey, Tony,
I actually have 5.
You have all those college plays, right?
Yeah, but I might throw this out here real quick because you just segued. Better Edge, great people. It's legal. They're from Minnesota. It's an American book. You're not dealing with people, sleeping next to the Bahamas Bowl over and across the waters and stuff like that. You'll get your money. Good people from Minnesota. However, I'm not going with the good people on the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going with the Indianapolis Colts plus 4. Vikings are frauds, bro. I mean, I like Better Edge Pete. I know that they're Vikings fans, so I know. Hopefully, they don't just disconnect our feed right here. But
Sponsorship.
Matty Ice,
Ah,
that Vikings defense is terrible.
bad.
The Colts getting
He
4
brought out
points,
that T word. Boy said terrible.
terrible. I mean, listen, and you know what? I actually have to go back for a second. I want you guys to talk because I realized for the first time in 15 weeks, I forgot to include something on my card. I need to go in there and change one of my picks. You guys,
Dude,
take it away.
we-
I'll tell you
we
what it
were-
is in a second.
We were talking about this shit like last week or 2 weeks ago, me and Andy. You can't give me one thing the Vikings do well. Like,
Justin
what is
Jefferson.
it? Justin Jefferson. Throw the ball to Justin Jefferson. That's it. And honest to
did that
God,
pretty well. Yeah.
they've been really lucky. They've won games off of that alone. But you get like a defensive coordinator that knows like a smidge of what he's doing and what to prep for. That Vikings team doesn't beat you anywhere else on the field.
Like
It's-
any defensive coordinator not named Josh Boyd does a
Basically.
pretty good job.
Or Manny Diaz.
Hey, speaking of Manny Diaz, actually speaking of Manny Diaz, when we was talking about the beautiful people Better Edge and their beautiful sports book, I have been the victim of playing lines when my team goes up a field goal. Most particularly the University of Miami Hurricanes.
Thank you.
I remember that Pittsburgh game, like the first drive was going so well, and like I was late. I was gonna play them +7, I think it was. Like we did a deep ball, TVD looked nice. I'm like, okay, let's go, boom. And I swear to God, like it was the quickest response to that play I've ever gotten. The drive wasn't even over. Someone already matched it, and whatever proceeded to happen in Miami versus Pittsburgh happened, and I was not a happy camper. So you guys can get bozos
killing.
like me and take advantage of us, all right? So look out for those good lines, all right?
You want me to give my last NFL play?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to say this. This is the play that I changed. I took Troy -1 off because I needed to open up a spot because for 15 straight weeks, even when they had a bye, there is no better bet than it reminded me when I said terrible. Who did I forget to bet against, Andy?
Nathaniel Hackett?
Nathaniel Hackett gets to coach football today. Yeah, this week he still has a job. And because Nathaniel Hackett still has a job, in some weird I don't even know what's going on. What are the books doing? Nathaniel Hackett is a favorite, a 2.5 favorite against the Arizona Cardinals. I don't care who's playing quarterback. Kyler Murray's hurt. They're going to put out there, I think it's Brett Rippin or Mark Rippin or Cal Ripken. I don't care who plays quarterback in that game. But no. It's Colt McCoy for the Cardinals. Colt McCoy is a winner. Colt McCoy doesn't lose to losers like Nathaniel Hackett. The over-under in that game is 36.5. That's pathetic. You know why it's so low? Because they know Nathaniel Hackett doesn't know how to do his job. He shouldn't have a job. He's a loser. And I'm just telling you what, it's a lock. Cardinals +2.5. That's the bet the house special on my card because Nathaniel Hackett is an absolute fool.
That's getting clipped.
That was beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing. I felt your passion. Almost switched to play myself. Almost switched it myself. You know who
he
else
makes
is
Manny
dead?
Diaz look like Vince Lombardi. Like that's how bad he is.
It's depressing to me. I'm just depressed talking about it.
Hey, Manny, the respect to Manny Diaz, homegrown South Florida boy. He's pretty good as a D coordinator, okay? He was too green to be a head coach. It was his dream to be a coach at the University of Miami. They gave him his dream because he was cheap compared to the other options. He's good as a D coordinator. You see it every Saturday. Okay?
Al Golden would run circles around Nathaniel Hackett. He wouldn't even know what hit him.
The Carl
It's
Ripken
terrible.
drop was crazy. That was great. Give me the surging, reemerging Cincinnati Bengals -3.5 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Talking about something being dead and their career being over. that Tom Brady isn't looking too hot, boys. Balls are going into the dirt. Can't really get over 15 yards. I do think that the Bucs have an opportunity to run the ball this week, but they don't seem to want to do that anyway. So they have 2 running backs, 3 running backs. It don't fucking matter. They're still trying to throw the ball with Tom, and those are getting picked off these days because the velocity just ain't there. On top of that, Joe Burrow is really good against defenses that can't disguise their coverages. And right now, the Bucs have to kind of play nickel, just base every single possession because of what's out there. So this is a rout. I think Cincinnati wins this going away.
I love that pick because I also have Cincinnati minus 3.5 for the same reasons. Tom Brady, we told y'all, flush Tom Brady and flush Aaron Rodgers down the toilet. I also told you to flush Trevor Lawrence down the toilet, but he climbed his way out. Like those lizards that come out the toilet. And you're like, how the hell, what are you doing?
What is going on in Miami?
Never seen those stories, bro? Snakes coming out the toilet. You gotta watch out. You gotta flush real good. Snakes are coming out of there.
Oh, you just unlocked a new fear, bro. What?
No, dude, I be doing side jobs in lift stations. That's where all your toilet water goes to. And yo, there's a bunch of creatures in there.
No.
Beware.
No,
Close
not
the lid
aware.
of your toilet when you go to bed. So let you know. So I like that pick. Bengals minus 3.5. Hopefully a Bengal doesn't come out of my toilet today.
Wow. I don't have any good stories like that, but I'll just throw out my last college plays. So I have Boise State, North Texas, over 56.5. That's coming up this weekend. The line is 59.5 elsewhere, so you're getting 3 points of value on the over. I have UConn plus 10 against Marshall. Marshall is where Byron Leftwich, who is the fool that is messing up the Bucs offense, went to school. So I'm going UConn plus 10 for that reason. And then my last one is Liberty plus 4.5 against Toledo. It's about a half point to a point value compared to the other lines. Liberty, like the commercial says. And Toledo is the rival of where I went to school, Bowling Green. Toledo is a bunch of losers. Nathaniel Hackett probably went to Toledo, I would imagine. I'm going Liberty plus 4.5. Toledo is not that good. BG, where I went to school, beat them in the last game of the season. I'm going Liberty for that reason.
You know, it'd be
bro,
really
I
funny.
did not know you were a Bowling Green Falcon, bro.
Urban Meyer was the coach. Yeah, Urban Meyer was the coach my freshman year there.
He was.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very good. That was before it. Well, he was probably doing weird things there too, but you know, that's Urban. That's Urban for you, man.
Hey,
what you
get a
got,
national
Tony? What you
championship out of it. That's good. Look, you want to talk about flushing quarterbacks' careers down the toilet. Aaron Rodgers is in the media today saying that he thinks the cold weather is going to give the Green Bay Packers an edge. And I can't really say that it won't, because there's nobody who gets more breaks from the fucking universe than Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is like the most forgiving quarterback for all of his bullshit all the time. So maybe they do. I want to fade them so bad. I think that Baker Mayfield actually has a chance to be the quarterback for the Rams next year. I'm not a big Baker fan, but the way that team's going, they're in a holding pattern right now. I don't think any of the quarterbacks this year really shake up the needle for me. You can't get Bryce Young, so maybe Baker's there for another year and he's just their guy. That would be a kind of fun story, but I'd love to fade the Packers. I'm just not going to do it. I'm taking the under. I think both these teams kind of suck. Even if Baker has an element of mobility that Stafford doesn't have, that fucking offensive line is still terrible. And Green Bay can't put two things together to save their life. So under 39.5 seems like a lock to me.
Hey, yo, Tony, I love that pick. So what you do on Matthew Stafford if Baker is the head honcho over there at?
Oh, Matt's tapped. Matt's tapped.
Tapped? He just won him a Super Bowl. What you mean tapped?
That's tapped, man. That's a retiree next year. I'll see you take my DoorDash order, my boy.
Yo, relax. He don't need no DoorDash. He makes some good bread, man.
That's true. He's raising 74 kids. He doesn't have time.
74 kids?
Hey, before we close it out, I have breaking news.
Uh-oh.
It's not football related though, but it is good for our viewership.
Okay.
And I have a new Bet the House special. It's going to happen in about 20 minutes.
Oh,
it's
hell
the Heat.
no.
It's the Heat.
the lock of the night, starting at center for your Miami Heat in the year 2022. Udonis Haslem.
Oh my God.
First basket prop plus 1,000. Throw $5 on it. If you don't throw $5 on it, you have no culture. You have nothing. You don't deserve this team. You belong in, I don't know. You deserve the Orlando Magic.
What's your
5 to
earnings?
win 50.
5 to win 50?
5 to win 50. Let's go.
Just drop 50 on it. What you doing?
Hey, man. 5 to win 50. Let's go.
Let's go.
Culture's back, baby.
He's starting at center?
Let's go.
Culture's back. I'm ready.
Anybody got picks left?
I don't even care anymore. Probably.
I got 3 picks, brother.
All right, get
Yo,
to them.
throw them out there quick and let's get out of here before we can watch this game.
You want to listen to them because these are going to hit real good.
All right.
Parlay these next 3 picks. Titans +3 against Los Angeles Chargers. Mike McDaniel made these boys look good. The Chargers are not this good. Okay, once Mike McDaniel gets out of that Kool-Aid of throwing the ball deep every 4 plays, they're going to get exposed by the King Derrick Henry. All right, next, Washington Commanders. I love the Commanders. I love Tyler Heineke.
Washington fans don't even love the Commanders.
I love Tyler Heineke. That guy is the bomb. These guys wasted all these picks trading for Carson Wentz. That guy's injured now. They should trade him away and roll with the Heineke, okay? Minus 4.5 is 2 little points. You're going to win by a touchdown or more. Let's go. Final pick of the day. I'm fading your Packers pick. I said I liked it. I lied. Rams +7. Baker Mayfield is legit. Van Jefferson is legit. Tyler Higbee is legit. You want to know why they're all legit? Because they're all on my fantasy team, okay?
Tutu Atwell.
Hey, I hate Tutu Atwell. Taking way too many targets away from Van Jefferson. Who the hell is Tutu Atwell?
This is getting spicy. One more Thursday night football. Thursday night unders have hit consecutively at like, I don't know, 62% rate. I forgot what it was for the last 2 years. Teams on short weeks just don't score a lot of points. And the 49ers have a rookie quarterback and Seattle is out of sync. So under 43.5 Thursday night.
I love it.
I'm good. Y'all good?
Hey, no one is playing Eastern Michigan Eagles versus San Jose State Spartans. This is a legendary matchup.
Man.
No one's playing this game.
Close this.
I will be in our bowl competition this Friday. Make sure you sign up, get in 42 bowls, win some money, baby.
The famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Who is not playing this game?
Mashed potatoes.
All right, that's it. David, take us out, man. We're done. I'm leaving on mashed potatoes.